Imagine waking up to breathtaking mountain views, earning one of the highest salaries in Canada, or buying a home without needing $1 million mortgage. Sounds like a dream, right? But where in Canada can you actually make this happen? Which city has zero sales tax? Where can you live right by the ocean without spending a fortune? And which place gives you year-round sunshine with endless outdoor adventures? Stick around, because we're counting down the 10 hottest cities to live in Canada in 2025, and wait until you see which city takes the crown. Number 10. Kelowna, British Columbia. Kelowna, the town that feels like a permanent vacation. Nestled in British Columbia's Okanagan Valley, Kelowna is home to stunning vineyards, crystal-clear lakes, and mountains that turn into ski paradises in the winter. It's got everything, whether you're into hiking, skiing, wine tasting, or just soaking up the sun. And speaking of the sun, let's talk numbers. Kelowna gets a whopping 2,000+ hours of sunshine per year, making it one of the sunniest places in Canada. That's nearly 200 more hours of sunshine than Vancouver. But what really makes Kelowna special is its booming economy. This city is often called the Silicon Valley of the North because of its rapidly growing tech industry. Over the past 5 years, the tech sector here has expanded by 30%, drawing in startups and high-paying jobs. If you're in software development, digital marketing, or IT, this town is an absolute goldmine for job seekers. Now, let's talk real estate. In 2024, the average home price in Kelowna was $800,000, which, while not the cheapest, is still 40% lower than Vancouver's average of $1.3 million. Renters can find a decent one-bedroom apartment for around $1,800 per month, making it way more affordable than Toronto or Vancouver. Plus, with its slower pace of life, Kelowna is perfect for remote workers and retirees looking for a peaceful yet exciting environment. But wait, what about entertainment? If you're a foodie, you're in luck. Kelowna is home to 40+ wineries, and the Okanagan Wine Festival brings in thousands of visitors every year. If you love skiing, Big White Ski Resort is just 45 minutes away, offering over 2,700 acres of skiable terrain. In the summer, Okanagan Lake becomes a hotspot for boating, paddleboarding, and beachside picnics. So why move to Kelowna? Simple. Sunny weather, an outdoor lifestyle, a booming tech industry, and an affordable alternative to Vancouver. If you're dreaming of a life where you can sip wine, hike mountains, and work remotely, all in one day, Kelowna is calling your name. Number 9. Montreal, Quebec. Montreal, the city that never sleeps but also somehow feels like an old European town. Imagine a place where you can get New York-style nightlife, Parisian cafes, and Toronto's economic opportunities, all at a fraction of the cost. Montreal is exactly that. Montreal is one of the most affordable big cities in Canada. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is just $1,600 per month compared to $2,600 in Toronto or $2,900 in Vancouver. If you're thinking of buying, you can still get a home for around $500,000, which is nearly half the price of homes in Toronto. But affordability isn't the only reason people love this city. Montreal is Canada's cultural capital. It hosts over 100 festivals every year, including the Montreal Jazz Festival, which is the largest jazz festival in the world and attracts over 2 million visitors annually. And if you love food, congratulations, you just found paradise. Montreal has over 6,000 restaurants, and it's home to iconic eats like poutine, smoked meat sandwiches, and world-famous bagels. But what about jobs? Montreal has a rapidly growing tech industry, especially in AI and video game development. Companies like Ubisoft, Google, and Microsoft have major offices here. The city's economy is strong, with a GDP growth rate of 2.8% in 2024, making it a solid choice for young professionals. Plus, it's home to world-class universities like McGill and Université de Montréal, attracting thousands of international students every year. Now, let's talk lifestyle. Montreal's public transportation system is top-notch, with a metro system that's not only one of the fastest in North America, but also one of the most affordable, with a monthly pass costing just $94 compared to Toronto's $156. The city is also one of the most walkable in Canada, with charming cobblestone streets, hidden cafes, and art murals around every corner. The only catch? Winters here can be brutal, with temperatures dropping to -20 degrees Celsius or -4 degrees Fahrenheit in January. But hey, that's just an excuse to cozy up with some hot poutine, right? If you're looking for affordability, culture, nightlife, and job opportunities, Montreal is a dream come true. Number 8. Toronto, Ontario. Toronto, Canada's largest, busiest, and most diverse city. If you're all about big city energy, skyscrapers, and unlimited job opportunities, Toronto is the place to be. First things first, Toronto is Canada's economic engine. It contributes 20% of Canada's total GDP and is home to the headquarters of nearly every major Canadian company. It's also the third largest tech hub in North America, after Silicon Valley and New York, with over 300,000 tech workers. If you're in finance, media, healthcare, or tech, your dream job is probably waiting for you here. The average salary in Toronto is around $75,000 per year, which is higher than most other cities in Canada. However, housing is expensive. A one-bedroom apartment downtown will cost you around $2,600 per month, and the average home price in 2024 hit $1.1 million. That's why many people choose to live in the suburbs like Mississauga, Vaughan, or Brampton, where homes are 30% cheaper, and you can still commute downtown in under an hour. Now, let's talk lifestyle. Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the world, with over 50% of its population born outside of Canada. This means you get access to every type of food imaginable, from authentic dim sum in Chinatown to delicious Caribbean patties in Little Jamaica. The city has over 8,000 restaurants, so you could eat at a new spot every day for 20 years and never run out of options. And if you love entertainment, Toronto has it all: NBA games, Go Raptors, NHL, music festivals, theater shows, and major concerts every weekend. Plus, you're never too far from nature. Niagara Falls is just an hour's drive away, and in the summer, Toronto Islands offer a peaceful escape from the city noise. Toronto may not be the cheapest place to live, but if you're all about opportunities, nightlife, and non-stop excitement, it's definitely a city worth considering. Number 7. Quebec City, Quebec. Coming in at number 7, we have Quebec City, a place that feels like you just stepped into a European fairy tale. Imagine cobblestone streets, charming cafes, 400-year-old castles, and one of the safest, most affordable lifestyles in Canada. That's Quebec City in a nutshell. Quebec City is one of the most affordable major cities in Canada. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is just $1,250 per month, while in Toronto, you'd pay over $2,600 for the same thing. If you're thinking of buying, the average home price in 2024 was around $380,000. That's nearly 60% cheaper than the national average. So, if you want to own a home without selling a kidney, Quebec City is a top contender. But affordability isn't the only reason people love this city. Quebec City is ranked as one of the safest cities in North America, with a crime rate nearly 40% lower than the Canadian average. It's the kind of place where kids still ride their bikes to school, people greet each other on the street, and you can enjoy an evening stroll without worrying about safety. The city's economy is also solid, with unemployment rates around 3.9%, one of the lowest in the country. Government jobs, healthcare, and technology drive the economy, and the city is home to Laval University, which attracts students from all over the world. If you work in IT, engineering, or healthcare, you'll find plenty of opportunities here. Now, let's talk about the culture and lifestyle. This city is an absolute dream for history lovers. It's the only fortified city north of Mexico, and the Chateau Frontenac, a 130-year-old castle-turned-hotel, is the most photographed hotel in the world. There are also over 40 festivals a year, including the legendary Winter Carnival, where you can enjoy ice sculptures, dog sledding, and even an outdoor snow bath, if you're brave enough. The only downside: winters here are cold, with temperatures dropping to -20 degrees Celsius or -4 degrees Fahrenheit. But hey, that's just an excuse to cozy up with a hot chocolate and enjoy the stunning snowy landscapes. If you want a safe, affordable, and culturally rich place to live, Quebec City should be high on your list. Number 6. Victoria, British Columbia. Victoria, British Columbia, a place that feels like Canada's best-kept secret. Located on Vancouver Island, Victoria is a stunning coastal city known for its mild climate, breathtaking ocean views, and laid-back island vibes. If you want to live somewhere that feels like a vacation year-round, this is the spot. Let's start with the weather. Victoria has the warmest climate in Canada, with winter temperatures rarely dropping below 5 degrees Celsius, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. That means no shoveling snow every morning, no minus 30 degrees Celsius wind chills, and no frozen eyelashes. Yes, that's a thing in other parts of Canada. Also, Victoria isn't the cheapest place to live, with the average home price sitting around $950,000 in 2024. Renting. A one-bedroom apartment will cost around $2,000 per month. More than Kelowna, but still cheaper than Vancouver's $2,900 price tag. The trade-off? You get to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the country. Victoria is also a paradise for nature lovers. The city has over 70 parks, including the famous Butchart Gardens, which attracts over 1 million visitors per year. If you love hiking, kayaking, or whale watching, this is the ultimate place to live. And speaking of whales, Victoria is one of the best places in the world to see orcas in the wild. Economically, Victoria is booming. The unemployment rate is around 4.2%, and the city has a strong job market in government, tourism, and technology. It's also a hotspot for remote workers, thanks to its peaceful atmosphere and great work-life balance. Plus, if you're a foodie, Victoria has one of the highest numbers of restaurants per capita in Canada. Whether you're into farm-to-table dining, fresh seafood, or authentic international cuisine, your taste buds will never get bored here. So, if you're looking for a beautiful, warm, and peaceful place to live, with stunning ocean views and endless outdoor adventures, Victoria is calling your name. Number 5. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Halifax, one of Canada's most underrated cities. This charming East Coast gem is known for its affordable living, coastal beauty, and incredibly friendly people. If you love a slower pace of life, fresh seafood, and ocean views that go on forever, Halifax is a dream come true. First off, let's talk cost of living. Halifax is way more affordable than cities like Toronto or Vancouver. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is around $1,700 per month, while home prices sit at a reasonable $500,000. That's 50% cheaper than the national average, making Halifax one of the most affordable places to buy a home in Canada. Now, let's talk economy and jobs. Halifax has one of the fastest-growing economies in Canada, with a GDP growth rate of 3.5% in 2024. It's a hub for finance, healthcare, and education, with major employers like Dalhousie University, Nova Scotia Health, and the Canadian Navy. The unemployment rate is just 4.1%, meaning jobs are easier to find than in most big cities. One of the best things about Halifax is its oceanfront lifestyle. You're never more than 10 minutes away from the water, and the city has over 80 public beaches. Imagine starting your day with a fresh lobster roll, taking a scenic ferry ride across the harbor, and ending the day with a beach bonfire. That's the Halifax way of life. Halifax is also a paradise for history lovers. The city dates back to 1749, and you'll find historic forts, old lighthouses, and the iconic Pier 21, where over 1 million immigrants arrived in Canada. Plus, the Halifax waterfront is one of the best places in the country to grab fresh seafood and watch the sunset over the Atlantic. And let's not forget the people. Halifax consistently ranks as one of the friendliest cities in the world. People here wave at strangers, help their neighbors, and actually talk to each other. Something that's getting pretty rare in big cities. So if you're looking for affordability, coastal beauty, and an incredibly welcoming community, Halifax is one of the best places to call home. Number 4. Edmonton, Alberta. Edmonton, Alberta. A city that offers big opportunities, big festivals, and surprisingly affordable living. If you've been looking for a thriving city where your paycheck actually stretches, Edmonton might just be the hidden gem you've been waiting for. Edmonton has some of the cheapest real estate among Canada's major cities. In 2024, the average home price was around $420,000, which is 60% cheaper than Vancouver and nearly half the price of Toronto. Renting? A one-bedroom apartment costs around $1,400 per month, making it one of the most affordable big cities in Canada. Now, let's talk about job opportunities. Edmonton has a booming economy, especially in energy, technology, healthcare, and education. The city has an unemployment rate of just 4.7%, with major employers like the University of Alberta, Alberta Health Services, and multiple tech startups fueling job growth. Plus, with Alberta's low provincial tax rate of just 10%, you get to keep more of your paycheck compared to other provinces. But life in Edmonton isn't just about work, it's also about fun. Edmonton is known as the Festival City because it hosts over 50 festivals every year. The Edmonton Fringe Festival is the second largest of its kind in the world, after Edinburgh, attracting over 800,000 visitors annually. There's also K-Days, the Ice Castles Festival, and even an International Street Performers Festival. For those who love nature and adventure, Edmonton is one of the best cities for outdoor lovers. The city has North America's largest urban park system, with over 160 kilometers of trails running along the North Saskatchewan River Valley. And let's not forget, you're just a 4-hour drive from Jasper National Park, where you can experience some of the most stunning mountain scenery in Canada. And yes, Edmonton winters can be cold. We're talking minus 30 degrees Celsius cold. But with the city's underground pedway system, heated bus stops, and massive indoor attractions like West Edmonton Mall, the largest shopping mall in North America, you'll survive just fine. So, if you're looking for a city with a strong job market, low taxes, affordable housing, and an exciting cultural scene, Edmonton is one of the best places to live in Canada in 2025. Number 3. Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver, the city that's so beautiful, it looks like it was designed by a Hollywood movie director. With its breathtaking mountains, stunning ocean views, and thriving economy, Vancouver is easily one of the most desirable places to live, not just in Canada, but in the entire world. But let's get real. Living in Vancouver comes with a price. The average home price in 2024 hit $1.3 million, making it one of the most expensive cities in North America. If you're renting, expect to pay $2,900 for a one-bedroom apartment, more than double the cost in places like Halifax or Edmonton. That said, people don't move to Vancouver for cheap housing. They move here for the lifestyle. Vancouver is a paradise for outdoor lovers. You can literally go skiing in the morning at Grouse Mountain, paddleboarding in the afternoon at English Bay, and hiking in the evening in Stanley Park, all on the same day. Speaking of Stanley Park, did you know it's 10% bigger than New York's Central Park? That's right. This city is built for people who love the outdoors. Now, let's talk about the economy. Vancouver has one of the strongest job markets in Canada, with booming industries in technology, film production, tourism, and finance. The city's tech sector alone grew by 25% in the last 5 years, and major companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Shopify are expanding their offices here. If you're in tech, this is the place to be. And if you're a foodie, congratulations, you've just hit the jackpot. Vancouver is ranked as one of the top food cities in the world, with over 5,000 restaurants offering everything from authentic sushi to farm-to-table West Coast cuisine. The city also has the highest number of vegetarian and vegan restaurants per capita in Canada, so if you're into plant-based eating, this is paradise. The downside? Rain, rain, and more rain. Vancouver gets 160-plus rainy days a year, so if you're not a fan of cloudy skies, you might struggle with the weather. But hey, that's why Vancouverites are obsessed with coffee. This city has more coffee shops per capita than anywhere else in Canada. At the end of the day, if you want big city excitement, world-class job opportunities, and nature at your doorstep, Vancouver is one of the best places to live in Canada in 2025. Number 2. Ottawa, Ontario. Ottawa, Canada's capital city and one of the best places to live for safety, affordability, and job opportunities. If you're looking for a stable economy, high salaries, and world-class healthcare and education, Ottawa should be at the top of your list. Let's start with why Ottawa is one of the most affordable major cities in Canada. The average home price is around $650,000, which is 40% cheaper than Toronto but still offers all the perks of a big city. Renting? A one-bedroom apartment costs around $1,900 per month, much more affordable than Vancouver or Toronto. And let's talk salaries. The average income in Ottawa is $85,000 per year, which is one of the highest in the country. Now, why do people love Ottawa? Simple. It's safe, clean, and incredibly well-planned. In fact, Ottawa was ranked as the safest city in Canada in 2024, with a crime rate 40% lower than the national average. Plus, it's got tons of green space, including the beautiful Rideau Canal, where you can go boating in the summer and ice skating in the winter on the world's longest skating rink, a massive 7.8 kilometers long. Let's talk about jobs. Since Ottawa is the capital of Canada, the government is the city's largest employer, with over 140,000 government jobs. This means stability. Government jobs tend to be secure, high-paying, and come with great benefits. But that's not all. Ottawa is also home to one of Canada's fastest-growing tech hubs, with major companies like Shopify, Nokia, and IBM creating thousands of jobs. And let's not forget education. Ottawa is home to two major universities, Carleton University and the University of Ottawa, and some of the top-ranked high schools in the country. If you're raising a family, this city is one of the best places to do it. The only downside? Winters here can be brutal, with temperatures dropping to -25 degrees Celsius or -13 degrees Fahrenheit in January. But hey, that's just an excuse to grab some beaver tails, Ottawa's famous pastry, and a cup of hot chocolate. At the end of the day, Ottawa offers the perfect mix of affordability, stability, safety, and job opportunities, making it one of the best places to live in Canada in 2025. Number 1. Calgary, Alberta. Calgary, Alberta. The city that offers high salaries, affordable living, breathtaking nature, and some of the lowest taxes in Canada. If you're looking for a place where you can make good money, buy a home without going broke, and still enjoy an incredible lifestyle, then Calgary is the absolute winner. Let's talk housing first, because we all know that's a major factor in choosing where to live. The average home price in Calgary in 2024 was around $550,000, which is half the price of homes in Vancouver, $1.3 million, and Toronto, $1.1 million. If you're renting, a one-bedroom apartment costs around $1,700 per month, compared to $2,900 in Vancouver and $2,600 in Toronto. This means you can actually afford to save money, invest, and enjoy life rather than struggling to keep up with rent. Now, let's talk about why people love Calgary's economy. This city has one of the highest average incomes in Canada, with salaries averaging $85,000 per year. The unemployment rate is low at 5.1%, and the city is home to big employers in energy, tech, healthcare, and finance. Companies like Amazon Web Services, Benevity, and Suncor Energy are creating thousands of new jobs, making Calgary a hotspot for young professionals. But the best part? No provincial sales tax. That's right. Alberta is the only province in Canada with a 0% sales tax, meaning you keep more of your hard-earned cash. If you make $80,000 a year in Calgary, you'll take home about $4,000 more per year than someone making the same salary in Vancouver or Toronto, just because of lower taxes. Now, let's talk lifestyle, because Calgary is more than just jobs and affordable homes. The city gets over 2,400 hours of sunshine per year, making it the sunniest major city in Canada. And if you love the outdoors, you're just an hour's drive from Banff National Park, one of the most beautiful places on Earth. On the weekends, you can go hiking, skiing, mountain biking, or just relax in a hot spring, all without leaving Alberta. Calgary is also one of the cleanest and safest cities in the world. It was ranked number 1 in North America for livability in 2024, thanks to its low crime rate, great healthcare, and high-quality public services. Plus, the city has an incredible food scene, a vibrant arts community, and legendary sports teams like the Calgary Flames and the Calgary Stampeders. If you want high wages, low taxes, affordable housing, and a lifestyle that balances work and play, then Calgary is hands down the best city to live in Canada in 2025.